FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
I think what we have to make people understand is that, terrorism is an unusual phenomenon in that it is defined by the response of the onlooker. If you are not terrorized, it doesn't work. And this does, it may sound kind of abstract, but think of the way the British dealt with the IRA. For 20 or 30 years, the key was that they were resilient, and they bounced back, and they showed the IRA that this is not going to work. And in many ways, other countries have done the same thing. What I worry about is, I think Americans are actually very resilient. If there were to be these backpack bombings that people worry about, 3 at one, simultaneous in different places, here's what I think would happen. The actual effect on the American economy and society would actually be very, very little. It's a $13 trillion economy. 3 malls going out of action for a couple of days will not do very much. Look at what happened with the London bombings. The stock market went up 12 hours later to its original levels. People realize that actually after a while, these things are not actually that big, and big modern Western economies are very large and very complex. But here's what would happen. Point 2, Washington would go berserk. There would be mass hysteria. There would be a new Patriot Act. There would be all that. And that's where you need the political leadership to say, look, this is not the answer. The answer is that we bounce back. We are resilient. We show these people that we don't cower in fear. We show them that we don't alter our constitutional framework and our balance of powers and our balance between rights and liberties. I hope we're past the worst in some ways, because I think some of this people are beginning to understand. Obviously, my big fear is, look, if there are other attacks, and the attacks could happen, and they could be small scale, some of these nutcases could get lucky again, and then how will we react? Will we have the coolness of temperament to be able to respond in that way? That's the key. I think otherwise we're slowly moving to the right path.